Welcome to goldradio.fm, the online radio source for market opinions. Here is Tom Jeffries.
David Morgan is editor and publisher of the much-respected Morgan Report, specializing in silver and resource investment ideas and, of course, macroeconomic commentary. Please check it out. I do every day at silver-investor.com. We're very pleased to have David with us every week, and we've got some hot news for you today. Good morning, David.
Good morning, Tom. Great to be with you.
Terrific. I guess I'll preface this and let you go here. Let's call it big news out of China. Let's go. What's up?
Well, I want to preface it slightly with I think, 10 predictions in the January issue of the Morgan Report. And the one I was really the most sure about was that this would be the year, sometime during 2009, where this paper market versus physical market would start to unwind. It would basically manifest in some type of manner, I don't know exactly how, that it'd be pretty apparent to everybody that something is not right. And today is another big event. What took place today, and this is from Market Watch News, and the headline reads, Hong Kong recalls gold reserves, touts high security vault. And it goes on to say that in a challenge to London, the Asians are seeking to get their stored bullion closer to home. Hong Kong is pulling all its physical gold holdings from depositories in London, transferring them to a high-security depository newly built at the city's airport, in a move that won praise from local traders Thursday, and that's the day we're doing this interview. So basically, it's don't tell me, show me. Don't tell me I have all this gold in London. Show me, and oh, by the way, send it back to me. This is the start of, I think, the big event. Now, is this the beginning of it? No, I don't think so. I think it started a couple months ago, something that I wrote in the Morgan Report, where one of the largest fund managers had a great deal of GLD shares, the gold ETF, and upon further study decided, you know what, this thing just doesn't look that good. I want gold. I don't want a piece of paper that says I have gold or I've got exposure to the gold's price. I want the gold. So they moved out of their paper gold status, their GLD, and moved into physical gold. So this is starting to happen more and more. I'm going to see it on the silver side as well, I'm sure of it. And we may get to, the emperor has no clothes status as a metaphor, and I hope everyone knows what I'm talking about. In other words, we're going to find out what's real and what isn't real here in, I think, fairly short order, Tom.
I also noticed a headline that this really adds to this, the bonfire here. China literally has come out and told their citizens, literally hyping them to buy silver and gold.
Absolutely. This came out just very recently. There was a video from Chinese TV. I had it up on the website for quite some time. I think it's still there in the archive section. In fact, I know it is. If you haven't caught it, you can go back in our archives and read it. And China is basically very upfront to their citizenry that if you should be buying metals. You should be buying gold and silver. What's interesting about China and silver is I wrote a missive for the public domain very recently about China and silver. In fact, it was based on an interview that you and I had done recently.
Right.
And the truth of it is, no matter how much everyone likes gold, and I like gold. I have nothing against gold. I think everybody ought to own it. The problem is not everybody can own it. I mean, there's a lot of people out there whose net worth is in a situation where silver's more affordable to them. And I've always stated that in the end of this market, when there's a huge move into the precious metals, and I think that we're just beginning the next leg up now, we will see a lot of people that gold is outpriced them. In other words, if gold is $2,000 an ounce, there'll be a lot of Americans, a lot of Asians, a lot of people across the planet that really, I just have enough money to buy 2 gold coins. I don't know. But I can still get this, half bag of silver for the same amount of, paper money. And I think you'll see a rush into silver there as we move forward in these markets. So I'm bullish on silver as always. I'm very biased, as you well know, and I make no song and dance about it. I really, really am anticipating this unwinding taking place more and more. It's sort of like who's going to go first. This large fund manager, I think, was kind of the beginning. I'm getting out of GLD. I'm getting into real gold. Someone said, you know what? He's smart. He manages a ton of money. He doesn't trust it. Why should we trust, this little piece of paper we get from LBMA every month why don't we get our gold back where it belongs, back to us? So I know I'm overemphasizing it, but I'm excited about it. This is huge news.
Here's some other news to go on that, too. China, again, they have told their central bank to go out and first purchase some of the new International Monetary Fund bonds, $50 billion to start. They're trying to get rid of the U.S. dollar, just like you predicted, David.
Absolutely. And, it's not just me, as I like to say. I mean, Jim Sinclair and others. And, they've used their sovereign wealth funds. I mean, I don't think China has the exposure to the U.S. dollar that many believe that they do.
Really?
I think it's a similar thing to the gold story. It's on paper. It looks as if they have, all this exposure to the dollar. But if you lift up the sheets, what you're going to find is they use that as collateral to put big payments on assets in the ground throughout Africa, throughout Canada, throughout parts of the world. They know what's going on. I mean, the Chinese are pretty savvy. They become, in my view, as strong a capitalistic culture as you can find on the planet today. I mean, the U.S. is going the other way. It's going more towards socialism, and the Chinese found out after trial and error learning that it doesn't work, and the more entrepreneurial that they are, the more free market that they are, the better their total citizenry does. Are there some growing pains? Of course. Does it work perfectly? No. Does the state still control stuff? Yes, it does. But it's moved far, far more to the free market side of things than it was, say, a decade or two ago. And conversely, the U.S. has gone the other direction. Very exciting times. This thing with Hong Kong saying, London, give us our gold. I don't know. I've got to laugh about it, Tom. It's about time as far as I'm concerned.
Well, it's always exciting to talk to you, David. And the eerie thing for me is I remember back to my late father, bless his heart, told me back, and I think it was about 1960 or 61, he was culling coins every day. And I said, what are you doing, Pop? And he said, well, listen, one day these silver coins will be worth a lot of money. And he did that for about 2 years, and we thought he was nuts. Well, he was right. David, it's always a pleasure to have you on Howe Street. We're really excited to have you here every week, and I encourage everybody, if you haven't done already, and I don't know why you haven't, go and visit the Morgan Report, silver-investor.com. We'll talk to you next Thursday, David.
Thank you very much, Tom. Bye for now.